I grew up here in La Mirada. I went to La Mirada High School, like right down the street. Went to Berkeley. I always knew I was going to do psychology. Went there, was interested in different kinds of psychology, but ended up doing clinical psychology, and then went to UCLA for graduate school. UCLA is the number one graduate school in clinical psychology in the country. It's very difficult to get into, but I was doing all the right things to be able to get into that kind of place, and sort of came back home to do that. And then after that, I was doing a lot of different types of work, like all the things that psychologists do. So I was doing therapy on the west side of Los Angeles, Santa Monica for $105 an hour before I was even licensed, So I was doing that sort of thing and doing some private research at the Rand Corporation, teaching. I taught at UCLA, I taught at some other colleges. And sort of through the grapevine, somebody that I knew when I was an undergraduate, but we also went to graduate school together here, told me about a job opening in human services. I guess I understand that to be our mission. I understand that to be the purpose of both like why students are here and what professors are doing here. So it's been my focus. It was sort of the reason that I wasn't comfortable at the bigger universities whose interests are focused on research and getting grant money and doing that, so that sort of becomes like your focus. So you'll hear that about large universities, that the professors don't teach the classes, like the TAs do. But I wasn't comfortable there, and so coming to a place like Cal State Fullerton that has that teaching focus was more of a home for me, and felt like a place where they were following that mission of being teachers, like helping people, like I said, like achieve their potential, right? When I was a graduate student, I had good funding. I was getting my graduate school paid for especially for my middle years, and yet I was still doing teaching in the department, and people were like, "Why are you doing that? Why you don't have time for that?" Which I didn't really, but like, "Why are you doing that? You should be focusing on research, doing that." But I don't know. That felt like that felt like what made me happy. Mm-hmm. So that's how I ended up at Cal State Fullerton. That's why I like the place.
Interesting.
I mean, I think people don't know that you can be competitive in the Frisbee sports. I think that's the most important thing. Like, it's something that you can really sink your teeth into, right? And I think that happens to people who I talk to about Frisbee. Sometimes I have Frisbee golf days, where I take people out and I bring Frisbees for everybody and discs for everybody, and we go do that sort of thing. And I think it's something that you can make a hobby, I was going to say, for life, right? So disc golf itself is not super like physically taxing, just like ball golf is not. There's not that much to it, and so it's really something you can do forever. So I do have friends who are now getting into their late 60s and 70s who are out there way more often than me. I'm jealous of that, right? Way more often than me playing disc golf every day, and so it's a nice walk in the park.